Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sports fans of all ages, broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City. It's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the fields, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports, two men on with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Animal.
Hello, Albuquerque. It's Friday. You know what that means? That means there's no Duke City Championship Wrestling tomorrow. The event was canceled due to the venue. Updates to come on that. It will come from me. Tune into social media outlets. We'll have a plan after the weekend.
It's a bummer, man.
It's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. Fortunately for you and I, we do get to be out tonight at Isotopes Park. Let's go. And it is filled up early at the park because in a handful of minutes, it's the Guns and Hoses charity softball game to benefit Special Olympics. So how very fun it is for us to be a part of this today here at Isotopes Park, Van.
Yeah, I don't know what we have out on the field. Is this the firemen? Is this the police officers?
Those are either the Guns or the Hoses.
Wait. Those are the Reno Aces. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ouch.
My bad. Those are the Reno Aces.
Isaiah Johnson is back at the studio. Isaiah, hello.
Hello. I want you guys to get one of those jumbo dogs for me.
Jumbo dogs.
Yeah, one of those jumbo glizzies. Okay, man.
A gigantic glizzy is what you're telling me to get.
Man, I need to. Van, what cologne do you have on today? Because the treatment you're getting at Isotopes Park right now, I need the same treatment.
That's my doll Marilyn right there. Don't tell anyone else, but she's my favorite.
You can join us on the video stream on our social media outlets, Talk ABQ, and wherever you get your social media. You can see us if you want to see us, and if you want to be with us, you can come out here to Isotopes Park. Big fun charity softball game before the game, and then the baseball game van is going to start at 6:45 tonight. 6:45, right. But gates are open like right now.
Also, two things. Programming note: Mr. Walpo hit me up and says, "Heads up, pregame will be at 6:25." So
yes,
let the guys know about that change.
Yes.
Believe you got that handled. Also, if you do get that big jumbo hot dog, I strongly suggest you get a fork and a knife. Because people have cameras nowadays, and I don't think you want to be seen eating one of those bad boys.
You don't think I could eat it?
It definitely takes full opening of expansion of the jaw in order to be able to eat one of those bad boys without a fork and a knife.
The human jaw only opens to 40 degrees.
That's not true. It's at least like 92 right now. Your jaw's flapping around.
Also, if you don't think I could eat that whole jumbo hot dog, you should see me with corn on the cob.
Sure.
I'm a pro.
Yeah. Fred eats corn on the cob the long way.
I'm very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
it'll
think
hit
of what that long way means.
It'll hit you. It'll hit you.
All right, I'm going to check out one of these hot dogs. I'm going to get one during the show because I haven't seen one yet.
They're great.
Me and Fred will Lady and the Tramp that boy.
Van doesn't
one on each end.
Van doesn't eat meat.
I do. I eat meat for the sake of comedy. I will double glizzy one with you.
But he sure likes the bone.
It probably filled both of you guys up.
The number of things that Van and I have Lady in the Tramped is very high.
Very high.
Lady in the so is that just double ending there?
You don't get that reference, Isaiah Johnson?
Have you never seen
Lady in the Tramp?
Lady in the Tramp?
You never seen Spaghetti Smooch?
You don't know about?
You got to consult the Googs here, youngster. Young blood.
I mean,
this 1955. Oh, is this the Disney movie?
Well, of course it is.
And the iconic moment that
The
everyone
most
should know
iconic.
about, regardless of age.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
this looks.
When you can take out pasta and you can put in anything. Here are some examples. One, fruit roll up.
Long glizzy.
How long is fruit roll up?
How long is a fruit roll up? Too close for comfort.
By the
I'll tell you
foot?
how much. Yeah.
You think it's a foot?
Fruit by the foot?
I know
I'm
it's by
comfortable
the
with.
foot. Yeah.
No, fruit by the foot is a foot, but a fruit roll up.
is 4 inches.
You see, you're not unrolling it.
Yeah, like halfway.
What's the difference? They need to just, fruit by the foot. I always thought it was a fruit roll up. Isn't it fruit by the foot a fruit roll up?
Is it fruit by the meter in Europe?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's why it's called the roll up.
Fruit by the 100 centimeters.
Also, I think it's made with high fructose corn syrup. And
executive order.
Yeah,
Can't. You gotta have sugar.
Gotta
and
have
Coke
sugar
now.
and Coke.
Gotta have that good Mexican Coke.
Yeah.
Eh?
That astronomer
That good stuff.
executive order. No, so I'm looking here at this fruit roll up is 2 feet.
That's
2
what
feet.
I said. It's not a foot.
2 feet.
Mhm.
2 feet.
It says a similar product, aka the Aldi brand, is actually about 3 foot long. So they're being smart there. It's a smart marketing move.
That's 33% more foot.
Am I going crazy? What fruit roll-ups did you guys eat? The fruit roll-ups in the plastic container that you rip open, and there's another plastic container, and you unroll that bad boy and peel it off?
What are you going
That
on
thing's
about?
like 4 or 5 inches long.
Sounds like
How
a
is
Hubba
that a
Bubba
foot?
roll.
Was it rolled?
Oh, hold on.
I'm thinking a Hubba Bubba.
We doing square foot here?
No.
We doing
Linear foot.
length times width?
That's
Is this a
area.
golden ratio thing?
Have you ever unrolled?
Are we multiplying times pi?
I don't know if everyone gets those last two jokes.
Pi, not PIEs, eh? Which is
Gotcha.
another thing me and Fred have Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah,
a piece of
100%.
pie. Yeah.
You have to put real sugar in the Coca-Cola now.
Sorry, corn farmers.
Yeah, sorry, high fructose
Yeah.
corn. High fructose corn.
What are you blabbering on about?
So no more subsidies for you, American farmer.
Yeah, we don't need corn anymore.
Yeah, you're cooked. Hey, you know what? Send it down the Mississippi. Send it to China.
Oh, GYOC.
We don't need it here. Make it. It's feed. It's
Grow
feed.
your
It's
own
stock
corn.
feed. Get it out of here. Also, the real motivation behind this is because, and we'll all say it at the same time, which Coca-Cola is the best Coca-Cola? Mexican. And you know that our administration has a big problem with the Gulf of Mexican cola. So if you put sugar in regular Coca-Cola, you can then call it American Coca-Cola, and American Coca-Cola, the greater than sign, Mexican Coca-Cola.
You could have been putting sugar in Coca-Cola whenever you wanted.
No, there's high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. Double down.
Group toast.
Really get your beatus.
I told you it's high fructose corn glurp.
Glarp.
Mm.
I don't know what. You ever seen that stuff? It looks like toothpaste, and it's
Glucose?
delicious.
Just Caro syrup.
Hey, and then you chill it just a little bit and make it where it's kind of a gelity thing, and then you bite into it.
Please don't. I'd rather you didn't.
Hey, Lady and the Tramp, that.
Be a lot cooler if
Yeah.
you didn't.
So there you go. Congratulations, everyone. We are currently getting real sugar in Coca-Cola
It's not happening.
to make Coca-Cola great again.
That will
Not
break.
the booger sugar.
That will break our economy. Do you want $4 soda pops? Because that's how you get $4 soda pops
In some parts of the country, I think that'd be a discount.
at airports.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You ever bought a Coca-Cola's in New York City?
New York City.
I think it's a
So many dated references in our intro here.
we're easing into it today.
Okay.
We do have some fun interviews. We got some stuff going on. Braden, I want to make sure I have this right. Braden Allen Ward is joining us. He's the newest Albuquerque Isotopes. He's very fast.
Yeah. Gonna be here early.
Yeah, he will be here early.
Yeah, for
He's going
sure.
to join us after the break. We're
He's
gonna
gonna
talk
get in underneath the tag.
Correct. You are out
Mhm.
early today. You got a red carpet obligation. That's a real sentence.
I do.
Joining me-
I got my suit right behind me. I'm gonna change like Superman in the first aid office.
Worst movie I've ever seen. Bernalillo County Fire and Rescue's Gary Chavez will join me at 6 o'clock.
That's cool.
He's the one that basically organized this entire Special Olympic softball game going on today, so I'm having a lot of fun talking to he about that.
Yeah.
At some point, we're going to talk about golf going on this weekend because this is the second best golf of the year. This one's the second best.
After Waste Management.
If you put real sugar into this one, it might be the best.
They already did. It's in Ireland. High fructose corn syrup is illegal in Ireland.
Is that real?
Yes.
How
I think legal in a lot of places.
How do
isn't
you
it?
guys know that?
Corn syrup is like only legal in America.
Because we're the only country that treats its own citizens like lab rats.
Delicious, plump lab rats.
Healthy boys.
We're live at the ballpark. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. Before the break, I lied to you. Braden Ward's going to join us at 4:45.
He's going to be here early, not that early.
Yeah.
He's fast, not that fast.
The whole thing's all screwy because
Your reading comprehension.
that and there's a charity softball game going on before the Isotopes game benefiting Special Olympics.
I'm stoked.
Okay.
Where are they? Like getting loose
On
in
the
the
field.
locker room?
They're on the field. That's what they're going to play.
Again, those are the Reno Aces.
Okay. They were wearing blue and red, so I just thought it was.
Could have it's one of them.
I thought it was part of the deal or whatever. Golf's going on this weekend. You should watch that.
I'm definitely going to be watching on Sunday.
You following the leaderboard?
Do I have to, or can I just say it's Scotty Scheffler again?
He's only out in front by one, though.
That's incredible. It's going to be more tomorrow and even more on Sunday.
So he's 10 under, as they say out there in Ireland.
Nope. That's what they say in Australia.
And then hometown hero Matt Fitzpatrick, I assume, is 9 under.
I believe Matt Fitzpatrick is English.
Matty McFitzpatrick's.
He's from across the bay.
If his name was Matty, would you believe that he was from Ireland?
Mickey, maybe.
Yeah, Mickey Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you've heard about Mickey Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
1940s Irish boxer.
His hand engulfed an entire beer. That's what they say.
You got to see the knuckles on this guy.
Yeah. Pristine nails, never had a manicure. That's what they say about Mickey Fitzpatrick, the fictional boxer from the 80s that you were talking about. Played a little minor league ball.
He's got knuckles the size of gophers.
Yes.
Have you seen the size of them knuckles? It'll cut your face wide open.
Shoved one of his fingers down a gopher hole. He did. Drowned them all.
Just cut off all the circulation to the gophers.
Speaking of, there are literally people here in kilts.
What is this?
So, Isaiah, we're at Isotopes Park today, and walking on the concourse is kilted human beings.
Okay.
With baseball bats or bagpipes. I can't tell the difference.
I can't tell either. I'm not terribly sure.
Brian Harmon, 8 under. He's tied with, I always screw this guy's name up, Hao Tong Lee.
Now they walked past us. I can confirm those are bagpipes.
Yeah, they look the part. He's also 8 under. A whole bunch of guys tied at 5 under. The best part, though, talking about the guys who lost. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Your boy, Patty Harrington, he gone.
Bummer.
Yeah, he was way over. Adam Scott also way over. Cam Smith way over. Brooks Koepka way over. You like Morikawa, he was way over too. I mean, all your favorite dudes are gone, dude.
How's Sahith Theegala?
He's still in the mix.
Okay, good.
But he's not going to win.
I keep doubling down on him every tournament. He's going to win a tournament eventually.
Oh, Stewart Sink's out too? Dang it, dude.
Isn't he like 80 by now?
Yeah, but I like rooting for him.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
the old kitchen sink.
He only hits 1 or 2 shots a whole tournament that they put on TV. But you're like, okay, hey, there he is.
Still got it.
Yeah, keeping the streak alive.
Still got it.
He's the guy.
Obviously, every year the U.S. Open is the most challenging course.
That's the best one.
They set it up that way to embarrass the best golfers in the world.
This is the second best one.
The second hardest one is the Open every year because they're all British Isles links courses on the edge of a cliff. It is wild how hard it is. And the weather conditions, schizophrenic weather conditions changing every 15 minutes. It is hard for everyone.
Justin Thomas hit a putt today where it was half in, half out. And he's trying to get the win. Like, could you get like whatever the amount of time is you can wait? It's not long. It's like a minute or something. And then it might not be a minute, but he was doing like Star Wars force push and stuff to it. Like, okay, pick up wind. You can do it. Here's my thing on this one. The time is bad. Because it's overseas.
Starts too early. Yeah. You're awake at that time.
Not to watch TV.
I'm not. Yeah. So wake up early on Sunday when you watch the final round where Scotty Scheffler's ahead by 30 strokes or whatever.
You think it'll be that far?
He's so much better than everyone. It is unfair in the zone. That man is.
I'm not dumb as it relates to golf by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch enough of it. That part I'm going to say is true.
Okay.
It's hard to watch all the golf.
It's a lot of viewing. It's 4 days,
Yeah.
like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's too much viewing.
If you watch that much golf,
I hope you're retired.
yeah.
I hope you're retired, because if not, get a job.
Yeah.
Contribute to society.
Or I hope you're recovering from your vasectomy.
Yeah. Either March Madness or the British Open.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Get the snip right before
Yeah.
one of them.
Because you're going to wake up early anyways. That's why March Madness is the good one. Because you don't have to wait. That's why the Open, are they just calling it the Open
It's
now?
just the Open now.
The Open also starts early.
Kind of because of what Britain did to the world.
All right. Well,
They dropped that part of the tournament.
now you're talking about how they allowed hundreds of countries to have Independence Days. Because that seems like a lovely thing that they did for the world.
But before that, not the best dudes.
Okay, you are talking about how they put a tax on tea. That is what you are talking about.
No, not at all. Mostly like stealing my family from Ireland and making them work on a farm in England. Like, it's still a bad taste in my mouth. It was a long time ago.
Oh,
I
I
know.
get it.
Hey, look, it's just like the Epstein files. You stole my family,
Yeah.
made them work on a farm in England. Just time to get over it.
Well,
Just act like it never happened. Just move past it as a people.
When you said it left a bad taste in your mouth, I get it. Their food sucks.
Yeah, the food's awful.
So that's the problem
It's
you're
awful.
talking about
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
British is what they and they had the East Indian Trading Company, which is a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
And that was primarily a spice situation,
Yes.
but none of that spice, I guess, made it
Not a drop went into their food.
to England.
All right. You have beans for breakfast, Fred. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. I was in Hobbs yesterday.
Sorry.
No, it was good. It was
Was.
good.
Also, beans for breakfast is cool if it's leftover chili.
No, unacceptable.
You have to think about it though.
Well, I didn't know
It's
if
one of those. It's maybe like 10:30.
No.
10:30 you can warm up the chili.
Well,
First,
I had
10:30 is not
to,
breakfast.
I had to think about it because I'm not sure if you're saying
Chili?
Chile
Yeah.
or chili.
Was it chili the food or chili the
Yeah.
ingredient?
I'm talking about beans, ground beef,
Yeah.
Yeah.
some oyster crackers.
Like Hormel chili.
Only in the winter though. If it's winter time, you can heat up that chili at 10:30 later.
I can't have oyster crackers. I'm vegetarian.
Do you believe that oyster crackers possess actual oyster?
It's right there in the title. They're made out of oysters.
Do
They're
you-
oyster crackers.
This is so stupid. That's like if fortune cookies had actual fortune. Oh
See?
no.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe this.
Extrapolate that across the board.
I could keep doing this game. Oh gosh. Yeah, watch good golf all weekend.
Do saltines have salt? Yes, they do. Checkmate.
Yeah.
They need to create like a swing off for golf, huh?
I think the whole tournament's a swing off.
Yeah, they
think-
primarily swing.
Yeah, they do it.
Yeah.
Well, same with
somewhere-
baseball. They swing the whole time. They still call it a swing off.
No, they sometimes they catch the ball, sometimes they throw the ball. It's not
Yeah.
it's not all swinging.
There's
What is this? The summer of '69? You think it's all swinging?
there's,
Is that what you're
there's
doing?
really only one verb in golf. Swing.
Swing,
Swing.
putt,
Well, there's react.
chip,
Some of those guys, their reactions are verbs.
and Scotty Scheffler's case, fart.
So that thing you're talking about, I wasn't going to bring up.
Also, I
It's
don't think
in
fart's
bad
a verb.
taste.
It's in bad taste.
Everybody farts.
Fart can be a
Sometimes-
verb.
Sometimes it's just on camera at the British Open.
Fart can be a verb, but I don't think it can also not be a verb.
It could be a noun. Mm-hmm.
That as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it could take action, but it could also be just like letting it flow, I guess.
It would probably be an acronym.
Also a verb.
Probably be an acronym too.
Mhm.
That could
Just
be-
letting something hit.
I mean, are we trying to be those guys real quick? I mean, we're not
Fred's always really tired.
tall.
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna go something Fred radio, but I couldn't. It was like harder. Fred and radio time. I always say that. That's how I sign my emails.
Yep, that's it.
Charity softball going on here at Isotopes Park. It's going to be a fun one today. It is Special Olympics, the benefactor of Guns and Hoses, which is police and firefighters playing here at Isotopes Park. It's going to look great. The gates, are open. Fans are rolling in as we speak. So a very special and fun one today. How fortunate we are to be here and be a part of it. We do have Braden Ward joining us at 4:45. And because it is up until tonight, because baseball comes back tonight, so sports are back tonight. I think the WNBA All-Star game is today, maybe.
I'd never know that.
But no one would ever know that.
Mm-mm.
And I think Caitlin Clark's out.
Yes.
She caught a bugaboo.
No one will watch.
Yeah, no one will watch.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
even
she-
in Indiana, and she's still not going.
She broke my heart. And then what's crazy is the night she broke my heart by ruining my parlay, she was playing injured. You're so injured that you're in tears from frustration, but you're like, oh, let me just get that over.
Yeah.
21 and a half, and she got 22. Cost me $400.
I hate Isaiah. She kept saying with every shot.
Uh-huh. Aren't you proud of her, though, for showing so much grit,
Yeah,
Isaiah?
don't you love that word?
Yeah.
Didn't some loser football coach tell you that word was
Yeah.
important years ago?
She's a real grinder, Zay. Doesn't
Yeah.
that impress you?
Did you already
Not
say
in that case.
Did you already say grit?
Yep. We led with
Oh,
that
that's the only one that matters.
one.
Grit. No one's going to watch that. But baseball will be back tonight, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll go over that at link. Josh Houston will not be with us. He's up broadcasting for the big league team. Man.
Yeah.
So super
had
excited.
Had a call up.
Super
Having
excited
a cup of coffee.
for him. He's going to go up there. He's got to come back down over the weekend, but it'll be a fun trip that we will reminisce about for sure when he does get back.
We should get a little trouble for the last segment.
We asked, was not interested.
Nope. He said, I don't mess with you, too.
He said, is Isaiah on? We said, yes. He said, good.
Out.
Yeah. He said, I'd rather not.
Mhm.
So,
Darn.
yeah, so now you know. He's got a big
That would have been a good
personality.
one. Yeah, that'd been a good one.
I mean, I said, just show up at the ballpark. That's what I would do if I was you.
You doing Topes tonight,
Yeah.
Zay? Don't you just get to hang out with him and talk to him?
Nah, we get Walpo, but I will.
Walpo.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
make sure to listen to Trob on my way home for sure. I'm saying Trob because I keep getting John and Joe mixed up.
They both start with the
Yeah.
same letter. It's very confusing.
Mhm. And second letter.
Every company with a sprinkle of nepotism has the same problem.
Just a little sprinkle.
Just sprinkle a little neppy on it.
Oh, like Shadur?
Like Shadur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Bronny James, 18 points last night. Kid's been hooping a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
Dang, and how many games? How many games did they play?
I think 4. He had 18 last night, 17 the night before.
Well, hold
Uh-oh.
on.
No, 18 in one game?
Oh, he had 18 in one game?
Oh, yes.
oh,
yes,
that's
yes.
incredible. Good for him.
Yes.
I thought you meant all season long.
All right, follow-up question. Follow-up question for Bronny James. Isaiah, without going to your phone, name one player he scored on the other team.
Cooper Flag.
No, that was not last night.
That wasn't last
Oh,
night.
last night, I don't know where they played.
No.
I just saw the notification. Bronny, 18 points.
If he went for 18 against whatever group of losers he went for 18 against, I would go for 18.5.
My biggest thing is that he led the Lakers in scoring, right? And it's like, okay, you
Yeah,
drafted
he
him 55th.
played the most minutes.
Wait, was this at the WNBA All-Star game?
Oh,
When- when
did he beat up women on the court? I'm
on the court?
sorry.
my boy Dalton Connect is looking trash. So
They tried to trade him away. That's how much he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was like a failed physical or something. Is that what happened?
Yes,
And then-
yes.
They were like, dang.
Now we got to keep him.
Yeah. We'll package him with LeBron and trade him to Dallas or something eventually.
Uh-huh.
That'll be the game. Dallas
What's
versus LA in the Western Conference Finals, and starting for Dallas is LeBron James, and starting for LA is Bronner James, and they have to match up against each other in a game 7. And then the real highlight is Cooper Flag versus Luka.
By God, that's Bryce James's music.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Because is he a rapper?
I don't know.
No, he's not a rapper.
We don't.
But
know
there's
that.
there's speculation that this is going to be Bron's last year. So don't be shocked if some announcement comes
Hey,
out.
will you do me a favor and remember this time last year when there was speculation that last year would be his last year? And then do me a favor. Remember 2 years ago, whenever there was speculation that would be his last year? And then do me a favor. Back up one more year.
One more year.
And remember when there was speculation. Here's a little radio trick. I got a little radio trick. You just say, no, he's never going to retire. And then you're right every single time until the last time.
He's going to play in the NBA until he gets to own Vegas's team.
You look so smart. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, I think he's going to stick around one more year, man, for sure. Yeah, 100%. You're going to keep going. I would have been right 20 times.
He has to stick around 2 more years.
2 times.
Yeah, next year and the year after, so he can play with Bryce, too. Otherwise,
Now, who's
Thanksgiving and
Bryce?
Christmas is going to be super weird.
Is Bryce,
I think after this next upcoming season, it would be Bryce season.
is Bryce a new one?
That's the youngest.
He's the
No,
next one.
I didn't even know about this.
He's supposed to be better than Bronny.
I've seen the
Well, at least he's
tape.
bigger. He's bigger.
Would he have gone for 18 last night against no names?
Probably 30.
I don't believe Bryce would have.
Dropped the
Don't
30
believe Bryce
spot.
would've.
Oh, yeah? He dropped 3 dimes. Oh, those are sister points the way I said it. It gets a little confusing when I use that analogy.
Yeah, you meant them in units of 10, but an assist is also
Yeah.
a dime.
That's
So it's 3 dimes of dimes.
how many bags?
Those are Caitlin Clark numbers.
1 dime.
Mm.
1 dime. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal. Isaiah. We're really sorry to ask you to sit out a segment, but we're about to talk about how Chris Russo almost got arrested in the Heathrow airport because his son's golf clubs got lost on a father-son trip to play golf.
And he overreacted.
And this is just something Isaiah will never be able to relate to. Doesn't play golf.
Yeah.
Doesn't overreact.
Nope.
Doesn't have these champagne problems that Chris Russo has. God.
Yet.
Yep. So I think I've talked about this on air before. I'm a big Chris Russo guy. I think it's all a work. I think he plays the character.
Right.
But
when he's not yelling, he's pretty good at his job.
Good.
He's pretty good.
But I'm going to tell you right here, yelling at TSA or whatever the Heathrow version of TSA is because they don't want you to take someone else's golf clubs, not a real sitch. When we get back from the break, though, we're going to have a fun one. We can do it right now. We're going to have to jump on, Braden. Throw those on real quick.
Just jump on here.
Yeah.
He's also a New Yorker. I think these New Yorkers, right? They're not nearly as upset as the rest of us think they are. They're just, having a conversation and giving a disagreement. And I think to everybody else who's not from New York or I guess say that area, it's like super aggressive.
It is a different life. Also, we're going to pivot out real quick because Braden Ward, like everything in his life, he was too fast for us. Got here early. Braden, welcome to the program, friend. How are you?
What up, boys? My mic muted?
Your mic is not muted.
Okay, what's up, boys?
Should be able to hear yourself there if you can't. Braden is your newest Albuquerque Ice Tip. Let's go.
Thanks for cheering. Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
All right.
I told you he's going to be here early. He's that fast.
You did mention that.
Slid right underneath the tag right before the commercial break.
You guys get it.
You got it, man.
New to the Isotopes, not new to the game of baseball. How excited are you to be here, friend?
No, it's awesome. Like getting to play with the older group of guys, guys I've played with, either the last few years from AA, high A, or vice versa, brand new guys I never played with before. It's a good group of guys, and I'm excited.
You're from Turlock, California.
Merced. I messed up. So let me just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When you first fill out like the draft application process,
Yep.
right? It says, where were you born?
Yes.
So I took that literally in the sense that I was born at Turlock, hospital.
Yeah.
So I was born in Turlock,
Okay.
but I was born and raised, Merced, California.
Okay.
So instead of saying, they need to change it from where were you born to where are you from?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
'Cause I'm
sounds like
from Merced,
All right. So, Van, we've been
Who
corrected.
asked you to fill that out? Ice?
probably.
Yeah.
So earlier we were telling you about the whitest problems possible at this
Yeah.
golf club. This is
Yeah.
actually it.
Yeah.
Braden.
Braden
No.
said challenge accepted.
First world problems.
I used to play in a roller hockey league in Merced. It
I'm
was
sorry.
a weird time in my life. It's
Yeah,
a real
well,
sentence.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It was not a good experience.
Hey, you made it though. You're alive.
I made it. That part is true.
Yeah.
The living is still to be determined.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't grow up playing hockey. You grew up playing baseball. You grew up playing everything. What was your
So
deal?
I grew up playing baseball.
Yeah.
Everyone, like we all do. The big ones where I played baseball. I did a BMX racing.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Hey, you got a
Uh,
sick course right here, 2 feet from the stadium.
Really?
It's literally in that parking lot right over there.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
just
too
right.
competitive. Like if I started doing that again, like it would get bad. Water polo was a big one in high school.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. That's a sport that you never think about playing. Especially as like I love football. I played basketball. I never played football, but I love playing football with my friends. But I was always little, and I didn't want to blow out a knee because I knew baseball was gonna be my thing. So water polo was the next best bet. And my best friends all played football, so getting to watch them struggle in the Merced heat of 110, and I'm just in the pool swimming, relaxing. Not relaxing, but it was a good time.
I had a
Cardio has to be nothing on the baseball field compared to water polo.
Oh my gosh, it's like I'm not a quitter. I almost quit that.
yeah.
Hell week for us was 2 weeks of being in the pool, and it's just you just swim back and forth. You don't touch the lane lines, don't touch a ball. If you need a break, you have to tread water. So now I can tread water for forever. I'm good. You put me in the ocean, you put me in the lake, I'm good.
I don't believe I've ever even touched a water polo ball. I think that's how little of a knowledge base I
It's
have.
like a grippy volleyball.
Yes. Is it big?
Yeah,
Like,
it's the size of volleyball.
yeah.
You can one-hand it. You can do some cool stuff with it. It's cool. It's a fun sport.
Does it translate at all to baseball? There's no way.
Oh yeah, because well, in a sense that like you just throw, right? So like,
Sure.
I was a goalie, so half my practice because I was lazy was my team would condition, and I'd only condition for like 30 minutes because I can swim, right? But these guys were born to swim.
Yes.
You know, what I mean, like they got Michael Phelps guys on my team, so they can swim and do their conditioning. I just sit there with the ball. I just play long toss. Because I'm not kidding you. I went from throwing like in high school. I went from throwing 78, 82 to on a pull down as hard as I can to like 90, 93. So I say it translated. Just
All from water polo.
long toss every day. Yeah,
That's
kids play
impressive.
water polo.
And then whoever you're throwing to, they're on dry land, right? Like you're just doing a thing.
No, you
where-
can go full pull.
Oh my! There's no way. You got no legs under you.
Yeah, you use your legs to get up out of the water. I can get up out to my suit just using just my legs.
I'm super impressed by
This
this
is
right
this
now.
is a different level of athleticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 years to learn how to do it. It's so hard, egg beating.
Is that a leg motion?
Yeah,
Egg
so you
beating?
know how like you take like like a whisk or like an electric mixer.
Well,
and
I've never
how
cooked,
it like
but
yeah, sure. But it does like this motion.
Yeah.
You do that with your legs and you just rise out of the water.
I can't even do this.
That's rubbing your belly
I'm
and patting
rubbing my
your
belly
head.
and patting my head. You're doing that with your legs underwater.
Yeah, no, it took a while.
That is
It's not easy.
It's also like how many? I don't know. I mean, I've been in radio 20-something years. I've interviewed a million baseball players. I love it. It's my favorite. They're the most interesting personalities in all sports, no doubt. None of them ever told me to play water polo.
Yeah, they're not cool.
I'm cooked right now.
Hey, I don't want to be the instigator here. Just kidding. Yes, I do. So we have a cougar and a husky right here. You guys want to battle it out?
Oh, it's
for a
like
while?
that.
I mean, what? It's not really a battle. We beat them in everything.
Okay. I mean,
And they got us at partying. It's fine.
Pullman
see,
was a
there you go.
special
Oh.
time in my life.
Yeah. What's there to do there besides
Go to Moscow and drink. Those are the
Yep.
two things.
I remember when I went to Moscow one time with my parents because we were playing in Pullman,
Yeah.
and there was a Mexican restaurant there with margaritas the size of my face.
Yes, but you're little. You
Yeah,
said that earlier.
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
little.
So regular.
But that's
size.
So,
still
yeah.
it's still a big margarita.
It's massive. Yeah.
There's a little state line adult entertainment place there that we spend a lot of time at.
I don't know about that.
I don't either. And so at the end of
Hypothetically, it exists.
hypothetically,
Yeah,
I
it
sure.
should.
just learned about it here.
Yeah, this
You've
this.
only seen the outside
Yeah.
of the building.
Am I talking about state line, the geographical definition, or the building? We don't know. So, but at the end of the school year, these gals from both universities would donate all their clothes to the Goodwill because they didn't need them
Bless their
anymore.
heart.
Yeah, bless their hearts.
Uh-huh.
And it was like a mad dash for people to get in. College was so weird.
Braden, I
Sick.
got some good news for you.
Uh-oh.
Those giant margaritas
Uh-huh.
everywhere
Yeah,
here in
here.
Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Ah,
you're
well.
gonna get them.
It's mostly water here now.
Yeah, sure. That's right.
Braden Ward is with us. He's quickly become our favorite Isotopes. He can become your favorite too. What is it like to be every 13-year-old kid's favorite player?
Not good.
No.
No, it's fun. I just love the way I play. I love being here. I mean, if the kids love me, the kids love me. Sweet.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, obviously, this is your profession, but like getting paid in high fives is like something like fun, right? It's like a special thing for you.
Yeah,
Were
what
you-
I love I in the off season I'm a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
So I do 7th, 8th in high school. And so I connect with kids a little bit. I love messing with them, making fun of them. My biggest thing to do with the kids, especially out here, is because all of them just give me your ball.
Yeah.
Give me your bat. And I'll hit them with a please.
Yeah.
Please, like you gotta ask nicely, and it also messes with their parents too, because then they're like, "Oh God, I raised a monster."
Wait, you got to work in the off season? What round were you drafted?
16.
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
okay,
paid in
never
a
mind.
Chick-fil-A sandwich. You kidding me?
Good thing you got drafted
Yeah.
on a Saturday.
You get-
But-
Yeah.
Do you at least get coupons for the Pecos River Cafe
Nope.
right here on the concourse?
Absolutely not.
Good Lord.
No.
The best one I ever heard was Matt Adams said to me one time. He said whenever a kid would ask for a ball, he said, "Tell me your best joke."
Oh,
and
sweet.
and if they had a zinger or whatever, or even if they tried, he'd come through. But I was like, this is a good one. Like keep them on their feet. Super smart.
Yeah, no, if they're original, they got some good stuff.
Yeah.
But the ones they just repeat over and over because they're just little psychos. No, you gotta work for it.
Did you obviously we were talking about University of Washington. When you're up there, you get out and you watch any Major League Baseball. You're up there in college or no? No. That's
No,
it's such a. It's. I'm not trying to be negative up there. It's just not celebrated the way it should be in the Northeast. Like-
yeah. I mean, you go to some M's games, but they sucked when we were there.
Yeah.
They didn't get good until probably the last year, which made tickets $4. But
Yeah. Sure.
But they don't really. Yeah, Seattle besides the Seahawks, because the Seahawks could go 0-16
Yeah.
and they'd still sell out. Besides them, I mean, unless the team's doing really good, they don't care.
That soccer team, Drew.
Yeah.
Like when I was out, you could go to. That's one of the coolest things I've done because those fans are lunatics, like full-on lunatics.
Well, the cool thing about the whole city is, and everything, depending on whether it's Husky Saturday or Seahawks Sunday,
Yeah.
the whole city changes colors. From the cranes have lights, the buildings all change colors to purple for Saturday, so it's
Yeah.
all lit up, which is sweet. And like I said, vice versa for Sunday for the Hawks, with 12th man flags flying. I mean, the whole city gets decked out. It's sweet.
This is a nice little sit down. We should watch the Apple Cup next year.
Sure, yeah, let's put some money on it.
That's obviously when we say money on air, what we mean is a fun handshake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what
We
we
can
mean.
play for slaps.
You
That's,
can buy it. That's an incredible idea.
you did it, Braden. You just dethroned Wynton Bernard as my favorite isotope ever. This is too
Perfect.
fun. Braden, do good today.
I'm not playing, so
Have a
hey,
good
you'll see me in the 8th or the 9th. Get a bag.
Yeah, just go,
Yeah,
just
hell yeah.
Do my thing.
put your head down, turn left. That's all you got to do.
It's pretty easy.
I'm cooked. Brandon Ward, thank you so much. When we get back, at the top of the hour, Isaiah, figure it out. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Two Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to Two Men On. Van and I are at Isotopes Park.
Yeah.
Thank you to Braden Ward, who joined us. He was very funny.
It is fun. Fun dude. I'm into that.
That part of the California he grew up in, that's the part I spent the most time in. Excuse me as I clear my throat. In my early 20s. And I'm going to say Northern California produces a lot of personalities.
I can see that.
Yeah. And like, no offense to like here, but I'm gonna tell you, like, every townie I've met from Albuquerque, like, I've never met every townie from Albuquerque. I've met them all.
Uh-huh.
Like, and that's not the story from that region of the country. Bunch of big personalities.
I'd like to say there's personalities everywhere.
Yeah. Same.
Maybe just not what you're used to.
Well, I'm used to it now. Been here 8 years. I got to figure it out.
Is a character the same as personality?
No.
There's definitely a lot of characters here.
A lot of characters.
Yeah.
Got a interesting one. And again, no real sports outside of golf. So it's kind of an interesting one to pull from this week. I mean, we could talk to you about, the Mountain West media, and we could talk to you about all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you this. The big announcement was the CBS Sports. That's kind of it, really. As this lawsuit develops, we'll go into that. But I had one today where I saw Rob Manfred, who runs Major League Baseball, making some comments about how he felt that he and Major League Baseball had really dropped the ball, metaphorically,
Uh-huh.
on allowing like digital media specific content creators to be a part of media scrums and be a part of, all-star games and World Series. And you and I have talked about this before, where the ones that do it best, WWE is a good example, are the ones that have embraced all types of media, and they've embraced all types of coverage. Because you can't tell people where to consume. Joining us on the program, I think for the first time ever live from Isotopes Park, is Mr. Albuquerque Duke himself, Steve Palmisano. Steven, welcome to the show.
What's happening?
So you didn't wear a Duke's hat? You wore a Lobos hat?
They just opened the gates. I
The
did.
softball fans are pouring in already.
I've been running around all day today.
Okay.
Haven't had a chance to take care of my business, apparently, and grab my Duke's hat.
You want to wear mine? I'm
But I
currently
got
wearing one.
Plenty of Dukes here tonight.
Lots of Dukes represented on the
Special
field.
Olympics Dukes team.
You've been a big sponsor of Special Olympics for a lot of years.
They from day one, they had a team before we got started.
Yeah.
And we hooked up with them and Dana Pexa, and she was running the show, and her husband Revi, and they've been great. So we're happy to support that Special Olympics whenever we can.
There's a ton of Dukes apparel currently right behind you. I mean, and that's kind of always the truth here at Isotopes Park when we're out, is just how well the Albuquerque Dukes brand, number one, is represented, but number two, just is refusing to fade away, my man. Like, baseball fan is baseball enthusiast when it comes to your brand and the support you put in the community.
Well, it was around for so long. We're just trying to keep it alive, and I think we've been doing that for a while, but not as long as the Dukes have been around, and for generations, and passed down from parents to kids that all came to the games, and that was the thing to do back in the day. And 25 years later, they're still relevant. The logo's still relevant, from Dick Moots, who created that logo, and it's just been neat to be a part of. And when things happen like the Special Olympics, it's even better to be a part of and help create the jerseys that the first responders are wearing today. And so it was cool.
I got my eyes on them earlier when they came into the building. They look great. Got a nice little Dukes logo on the shoulder.
Yeah,
looking good, Steve.
I'm not sure who designed the guns and hoses logo on the front of the shirt. The little design. It's pretty cool. It's obviously a takeoff of that famous band.
Nickelback.
Right.
He's talking about Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback.
Fame.
I was wondering on the way in. I haven't been able to ask anybody. So if this game is tied
Yeah,
at the end,
correct.
Yeah.
what do they do?
They pick a fan from the stands, and they have to race Braden Ward.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad news.
The first responders game.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Were you looking for a freak off, Steve? Is that
Swing
why?
off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Here at Isotopes Park, you thought.
It'd
Yeah.
be a freak off.
Yeah, that's what you were.
You gotta,
No,
might have to
no,
bring the
here-
fences in a little bit.
They might. Yeah. They might do the swing off.
Obviously, we were talking a lot about Special Olympics because that's what this first responders softball game is benefiting today. And you were talking about your history working with Special Olympics, and you always have a Dukes team. Every team is the Dukes. Like, kind of, how does that work with your support of Special Olympics?
So there are different, I guess they call them delegations, teams across the city and across the state. Dana and that team selected the Albuquerque Dukes years ago. So whatever sport that they have athletes for,
Okay.
they play as the Albuquerque Dukes. So they have a softball team, they have the golf team, they have the track, and all the events that the Special Olympics have.
And then they wear those shirts until they're tissue paper thin for years and years and years.
Oh, we try to keep them looking pretty spiffy. Although they do a good job of wearing them out. I think some of those athletes wear them in the morning,
yes.
through the nighttime. So maybe 24 hours a day. They all love
that
it.
just shows the quality manufacturership
Yeah.
of every thread that you can get at the Dukes team store. I mean, that's what I think.
That-
That's what I heard.
That's accurate.
Yeah, thank you.
100%.
I think every young adult's or even kid, every child or kid or young adult's favorite shirt when they're a kid is the first shirt they got for a sports team. I think that's a fact, right? Your first jersey is your favorite young adult childhood apparel.
I would say so.
I'm thinking of my Tri-City, because I played in the Tri-City League. Like I remember I could
The
draw
Special
it
Olympics?
perfectly. No, I was
thought
not.
you were- no.
That was just my little league.
Oh,
it
I
was
got you.
Tri-City. So
All
had a
right.
cool shirt.
Did you wear it until it just fell off of you?
That is correct.
Holes in the shoulders and
Yeah, and then
underneath the sleeves.
and then I continued to grow as a child. The shirt did not. So then I had to cut the sleeves.
Is that how that started?
That's you're talking about my DIY sleeveless T-shirts that I wear all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Not part of your fashion sense.
We're thinking about carrying some at the store.
If you had a Dukes
DIY.
I will come in and cut. I will DIY cut.
Every shirt is
every
a
shirt.
sleeveless shirt if you have scissors.
That's the thing about that specific fashion item is that you have to cut your own sleeves off. You can't have somebody else cut them for you.
No, I could do it for everyone. I have it down perfect.
Well, what if they don't like the way you cut it?
They will.
Oh. It's like up, too high, too close, too low.
Do you remember for years when Steve Jobs was like, Apple consumer is going to like whatever I tell them to like? That's how I am with cutting sleeves off shirt. Yeah.
All right.
You go a little deep for my taste. A little deep. I'm a shoulder guy.
Yeah.
I like just the sleeve cut off.
No.
You like dip it down to the rib cage.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It goes to the
like-
ribcage.
You're like the first guy at Gold's Gym to cut his shirt open. Like that's how deep you go.
The inside,
That's some deep cuts.
yeah.
Very deep.
When I'm cutting into the chesticle,
Mhm.
I do right inside of the nipple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Steve?
All too well.
So
Yeah.
and it's a mirror the way I do it. So I lay the shirt, fold one sleeve on top of the other long ways, Steve.
I'm following.
I then stretch out, and then I cut perfectly 2 at 1. I do.
Yeah.
That's when 2 become 1.
That's how you make snowflakes in the winter in elementary school.
It's similar science.
So if you fold it again and then cut it, up once like a V, then you'll have a little triangle on your chest, right in the middle.
I could do that.
But the thing is, Fred cuts it mirror style first, and then he says, not deep enough. We got to keep going.
Yep.
The live at Isotopes Park, big charity softball event going on to benefit Special Olympics. Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Dukes is here. He is one of the many sponsors that this organization has today, sponsoring the on-field apparel. And fans here and contributors on the field are going to have a blast. Now, my understanding is Special Olympic athletes are playing too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the coolest.
Yeah.
So is it like an alternating lineup? Like, how's this thing work?
I'm not exactly sure of the specifics, but they will be playing along with the first responders. So, there might be two people in one position.
Yeah.
They might all play individual positions, but I think there's always help around and players in different positions.
We saw people in kilts.
Get ready for a bagpipe national anthem.
Awesome.
I'm assuming.
Super into it. Steve, thanks for taking a minute with us.
I'm happy you are here. Good to see you.
A little off the air talk. Steve texted me maybe an hour ago and just said "yo," and then left me on red after I responded. This is a power move you do a lot.
I was driving. I was looking for a spot to park, and then I did text you back, and you didn't text me back.
Ooh, the truth comes out.
I said, "Are the gates open?"
We do media parking.
And I was looking for some help.
I know it's a big media day here because Sasha Leninger's here.
Okay.
And if she's going to do the morning and the evening, I mean, there's some serious stuff going on in town, like helping Special Olympics.
Sounds great. I was.
We'll be back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. There's a ton going on here at Isotopes Park. It is the Guns and Hoses charitable softball game to benefit Special Olympics, and we have some developing news, man. Is that the word I'm going to use here?
Sure.
So I'm taking this in real time. You said you saw the story a little bit ago.
I saw it earlier, yeah.
Today here in Albuquerque, police arrested Diego Sanchez, who's, of course, a UFC fighter. He has some nicknames. According to a criminal complaint, he was driving a white Jeep that was passing a crash today on westbound I-40 at University Boulevard. When officers heard a loud bang from a gun, the passenger fired. Officers followed the Jeep, pulled it over in the area of 6th Street and the frontage. An officer put the passenger in handcuffs and took him into custody. Oh, so my mistake. Diego was not driving. It was the passenger.
Right.
Sanchez allegedly told police there was a gun in the backseat of the vehicle, but denied firing a shot from the vehicle. However, the driver allegedly told police Sanchez did fire a gun and that he started laughing afterward. Investigators say, this is all from KOB4. Investigators say while glancing in the vehicle, they found 3 live rounds on the front passenger side of the vehicle and a gun in the back pocket of the driver's seat. What, the back pocket of the driver? What is that? Oh, where you just put a map.
Pouch,
Yeah.
little kangaroo pouch in the back.
Oh, where you put your sunscreen
Yeah, your
shield thing.
Your Rand McNally.
Diego Sanchez now faces charges of shooting at or from a motor vehicle, negligent use of a firearm, currently at the downtown detention center. All right, so that's wild.
That is wild. We hung out with Diego a few months ago.
He's done the show.
Yeah, he's done the show before.
Yeah.
He seemed of sound mind at the time. If you know a lot about Diego's story, there's been some peaks, but there's also been a lot of valleys as well.
Well, and I don't know any details outside of this KOB story. I can't necessarily speak to, but him and Teresa Tapia, who's done the show with us before. I know that Tapia Boxing Academy on Montgomery is no longer there as well. So maybe a lot going on in the world. CTE is brutal.
Sure.
It is just devastating. And as you mentioned, and I don't think it's known necessarily to the masses the way we know, Diego's regularly told his story, and it's a turbulent one.
Sure.
He's
He's very open with his challenges, the things that he's had to overcome, his mental health struggles, his struggles with the other things. But this is very unfortunate that it's gotten to a new low for Diego, because he's the type of guy that you want to root for. You have his best interests in mind, because at his core, he's a nice, sweet guy that cares about his friends and family. And then he pops off and does something like this. So it's very unfortunate.
literally pops off.
Yep. That was by design.
I was in Hobbs, New Mexico yesterday doing a bunch of stuff with my day job with the Boys and Girls Club. And I kept being talked to about some sort of haunted doll or something that's famous now. And
what?
Yeah, and I had no clue about it, right? It's something in the pop culture realm about a possessed toy that killed someone. I don't know.
Are you talking about the motion picture Chucky?
It's similar to that.
Okay.
Except Chucky was different because Chucky went from a curse to a doll, and then he had to repossess the kid because the kid's the first one to hear him speak. I mean, at least that narrative made sense.
Yeah, sure.
With that said,
are you talking about Labubus?
I don't know what that is.
The toy, the little demented doll toy. Are we talking Labubus here?
Annabelle's?
Because I'm pretty hip on pop culture here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're talking about.
The point I'm trying to get to,
okay.
You don't need the exact story, but I'm saying there's still conversation in today's age where people believe that demon possession is real, right? They believe this thing exists. And I'm
Right.
going to use Diego Sanchez as an example.
Yeah.
There are moments when you will speak to Diego Sanchez.
Yeah.
And he is of calm, calculated mind.
Sure.
And then a moment will pass.
Uh-huh.
And it's a human being that you do not recognize.
Yeah.
And
Been there.
crazy, right? I don't want to call him crazy. I'm saying the situation.
Sure.
But this is why for years people believed that this kind of power existed in the universe because of just how brutal mental health can be. And when you go to harm others, miss me, you're out. Like, you're out forever.
Yeah, I'm with that. I mean, the story, more and more data is going to come out. So it's a developing story. We're going to give you more as we get more. But it's sad. It seemed like he turned a corner 6 months, a year ago, and he kind of had it all figured out. But here we are talking about Diego Sanchez again, making some poor decisions.
There's something about, is it the water in the fighter community here? Or is it fighters all over the world and otherwise?
Well, I don't want to paint with too broad a brush, but it does attract
John
a
Jones,
certain individual.
Diego
Yeah.
Sanchez, Carlos Condit. His name is the deadliest lethal weapon on the planet or something. Like, natural born killer. That's his nickname.
There you go.
But it's kind of wild how often it's a repeated narrative in this exact same sport. Also, it's not wild at all. I don't know why I'm lying.
Sure.
It makes perfect sense.
Seems like we hear it. And obviously, if it bleeds, it leads. We're going to talk about, the misfortune and the antics more than we're going to talk about somebody reading children's books at a library. That doesn't really get to the map a lot, but this stuff does. And it's unfortunate. We got to keep highlighting people making awful decisions, especially when, they're from Albuquerque and they're, a rock here in Albuquerque. And they got so many friends and family rooting for you, and you still get example after example why you possibly should not.
What I'm about to say, I don't know how public all of it is, so I'm not going to say any names. But you're talking about the help and support of people from your community and how they should look out for you. I'm telling you, there are people from this community or have moved to this community who have taken advantage of him, specifically financially.
100%.
100%.
That's been proven.
It's been proven.
Yeah.
I don't know to what degree. Oh, go ahead.
I think another big thing that's the cause of a lot of this is, I think in Albuquerque, like, there's not a lot of, especially in fighting there is, but like amongst other sports, there's not a lot of like, I don't want to say stars or like professionals, people who have made it to the big stage in a lot of the sports. So I think when you got the people who have done it and they're still kind of around here, I think it's really, really easy to start feeling like you're basically at home, like literally at home, where you could do whatever you want. Nothing will happen. You walk in places, everyone's like, oh my gosh. Whereas if you go to another state, you might not be that big of a deal to a lot of those people because there's more, there's like a higher potency of celebrities or big names there. So I think when you're here, you get to a point where you feel like you can do anything at any time, anywhere, because 9 times out of 10, when you walk in someplace, you're going to be the biggest name.
Well, and specifically, to piggyback off what you're saying, if you live only within that realm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In the mental health aspect, like, we're friends of the show, if on your device or whatever, pull up his mugshot. Like, this is a smiling dude during what is, if this happened to me, the least smiling moment of my entire life.
A lot of egg on my face in that picture.
Also, and I'm not telling anyone how to live their life, and I'm very, very pro the Constitution. I'm very, very pro rights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very pro 2A. I don't drive around town with my gun in my car
Right.
to just pop it off.
If I'm in my car and there's some kind of road rage incident about to boil over,
I don't want to have my gun.
I'm in my vehicle. I drive away from that situation. I don't embrace it, and I don't drive towards the problem. I drive away from it. And that's a metaphor for life.
For life, yeah. And especially, like, if you have the capability to, but you don't have the control not to, you have to then remove the capability.
Right.
Do not set yourself up for failure. Also, there's a real long and in-depth off-the-air conversation that you and I could have around the culture of this sport in this city and how it's not just the damage done in train. What does he have, 30 UFC fights or something?
Sure.
What was the dude's name that Brown, Mac Brown? Mark Brown? Anyway, so one of those dudes elbowed him into retirement, and then he just kept fighting.
Right.
You know, and you go, this isn't the thing. Like, if you go back somewhere else, is there a group that tells you to stop? Is there a group? He was going to fight in that boxing thing that got canceled over.
Yeah, the most recent boxing event.
Yeah.
And he's done bare knuckle since he retired from MMA.
Well, and that's the thing, too. Like, that boxing promotion, and there's no punchlines I'm about to say. Like, they come to town, promise the world, gets all weird. Money gets all weird. You know, promoters get all weird. The state gets super weird. You know, Duke City Championship Wrestling, which, by the way, is not real combat sports.
Correct.
Which is a soap opera that I write for adults that we have been sitting here at Isotopes Park have walked up to me and said, I'm so irate and mad about the show being canceled tomorrow.
Yeah, bummer.
Because for whatever reason, here in this community, there doesn't seem to be enough support, which is nuts.
I mean, it's a microcosm of a bigger problem, right? With more access to health care and especially mental health care, we might have avoided this a long time ago.
That's a good point. That's a real good point. So this will be developing. Diego Sanchez, currently arrested, I believe will stay arrested for a long time. I believe.
I don't think you get let out immediately if you shoot a firearm outside of a vehicle.
They said there were 3 spent rounds. Also, and I didn't read from an official source the name of the driver. What are you trying to impress? Like, who are you trying to impress? Like, you're like, hey, what really good outcome can come from this?
Yeah.
And I get it. I've said in traffic. Also, the number of accidents in that spot now is too high.
It's too high.
And I know they're expanding the highway and they're doing these things, but guys, go the long way around. Take San Mateo. Do something else. Carlisle's a through street.
Also, take a deep breath, step back, don't make a rash decision that's going to affect the rest of your life.
Yeah, definitely that.
It's too much machismo in this culture.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We continue from the ballpark whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. We're live at the ballpark. It's been a good one thus far. Ton of people out for this Guns and Hoses charity softball game to benefit Special Olympics. 4-2, Guns out in front over the Hoses. Bottom of the second. Top of the third, sorry.
I got my eyes on it during the commercial break. It's a really cool setup. Smiles everywhere. I am absolutely loving this little charity softball game they got going on.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm super into it. Ton going on in the world of sports, kind of, right? Everyone got a full day to read everyone else's opinion on the ESPYs, so now they all have an opinion. Award shows are for losers. I need to be incredibly transparent on this. Also, award shows for sports, specifically for super losers. Athletes already literally win trophies.
Yeah.
They already get a trophy for winning. You don't have to then give them another trophy. They won one recently when they were winners.
Not everyone's a winner in the world of sports.
Sure.
Like the play of the year, the catch of the year, the performance of the year. That kind of stuff is cool to see, and letting players get their flowers for some temporary excellence, whether it's, celebrating with your whole team, which I agree. Like there's a Lombardi trophy. Like that already exists.
That's a thing.
There's a Stanley Cup. That already exists.
Yeah.
There's an MVP trophy. That already exists. But I'm still into it. Like as far as just like a celebration of sports, but don't take the award seriously. It's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
Do not take it seriously. It's not a real thing.
Some people take it seriously.
Very seriously.
And also not just sports. And I think a little bit I get like the film, because they don't win awards.
Yeah. That's their awards.
That's their awards.
Right.
Winning an Oscar, Van, that is the award. Winning an ESPY,
You already have trophies.
you already have awards. They had Shane Gillis host it, and he was what everyone thought he was going to be. I mean, that probably hit the mark, and everyone they thought he did.
Made me laugh.
Really, I was there, and I'm pretty oppo everything that's popular.
Sure.
Like that's just kind of my bit. He was good. I thought he went over when he did the Travis Hunter, Norm Macdonald joke.
Heck of a shot out.
Yeah.
The timing was perfect.
Now, that room, because athletes are not
They're
music.
Yeah,
they're not TV. They're not, they don't get it. Like it's very serious to them.
Sure.
And sports should be serious if it's your income. It should be serious if it's your livelihood. I'm in on everything you're saying. But a lot of these young athletes don't remember, this is a weird sentence to say out loud, that O.J. Simpson killed his wife
Mm-hmm. And a waiter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, so it doesn't hit right. Also, if you get a chance, friend of the show who's closer to our age, go back and watch 1998 when Norm Macdonald hosted the ESPYs. Even just the opening monologue, if you don't have a ton of time, he's very funny.
He was way ahead of his time at the time.
It's about the joke.
And his approach, he was not taking it seriously. He was poking fun at the sport, poking fun at the athletes. And that was 20 plus years ago. And here we are. Took a while, but you got another irreverent comedian to kind of carry that mantle and like shine a light on the sport. It's like, hey, you can laugh at yourselves. You can have fun.
And they have wildly similar career trajectories. Both on Saturday Night Live, kind of. Shane Gillis was on Saturday Night Live. Norm Macdonald's on Saturday Night Live. And he was so committed to the bit. The joke is what mattered to Norm Macdonald. And the rumor had it, man, was he was fired because he wouldn't stop telling O.J. Simpson jokes on Weekend Update because O.J. Simpson used to broadcast for NBC for their football,
right?
Was friends with someone in the higher brass.
Yep.
And he gave up his opportunity with Saturday Night Live, and he gave up his opportunity as the host of Weekend Update for the bit.
Yes, a man of principle.
And loved making O.J. Simpson and Michael Jackson jokes. Those were his go-to jokes. And Shane Gillis, who I don't know if he has go-to jokes, his Trump impersonation is real good.
Probably the best.
Probably the best one. But he was kind of on that line. But the thing to me that seems so polarizingly different is at least that audience in attendance wasn't ready for it, wasn't willing to.
Well, I think they kind of sucked the air out of the room, because if you got like a sponsorship deal with Nike or Under Armour or whatever, you can't be seen laughing at Caitlin Clark in a room full of people.
Good point.
All the laughs in the room were from the fans there. All the laughs in the room were from people watching on TV all across the country. Like, that's what that monologue was for. That's what those jokes were for. They were not for the athletes there, because they were not having the type of good time that they should.
Well, and
somebody like Pat McAfee, who does not care about public perception, was able to laugh at the jokes that he thought was funny.
See,
but everyone else was clutching their pearls and covering their mouth.
Brother, I think he does care. I think he cares to the extent of he wants people to think he doesn't care. Like, he's got that one down. And that's what I'm into. But the art that you just talked about, I didn't think about it, and it's very real. How incredibly difficult it is in front of an audience that doesn't want to receive you to produce content for an audience that you cannot see.
Sure.
Like, there is a skill set there. And I didn't really see the reactions of it all until people read other people's reactions, because that's how cowardly the audience is as it relates to having their own opinion.
Sure.
And especially on a day where, and there's not a lot of must-see TV stuff anymore. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of, we all watched the same game last night. There's not, but that was the one. There's nothing else in sports. I recently heard the WNBA All-Star game is maybe tonight.
I will never know that answer.
I'll never know.
I never know. But what I like about that situation is, you know, they had the audacity to hire him for that job knowing what was coming. You're not going to have him like out there tap dancing and singing songs, like trying to work the crowd. He's got to be himself. He's got to tell borderline offensive jokes. And the difference in between offensive and being funny is a very thin line. And I think he's one of the best in the business on how to ride that fine line and still point out the absurdity in whatever he's talking about, and doing it in a way you can make people laugh and make people think. And I do appreciate that. And also, like, please bring some levity to an award show that does not matter at all. Understand what it is. Like, look in the mirror and know what you are. The ESPYs aren't real. Like, it's just one night of entertainment. Enjoy it as such.
They put it on ABC. It's like a chance for like ESPN to be like, Daddy Disney, look at me.
Yeah.
You know, it's prime the room, though. You're right. You got to prime the room. Like, if that's the angle you're going to take, do like, make sure you got the crowd planted. Have to. There you go. Everyone else's reaction to a thing that you should have reacted to on your own. It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Isotopes Park, the sports animal. Welcome back to Two Men On, where Van Nunley has stepped away for the remainder of the week. He's got a big red carpet affair tonight he's rushing over to. I'm still at Isotopes Park. Softball game is still going on. It is firefighters versus the police, and it is a fun charity softball game benefiting Special Olympics, and it's a sight to see here on the concourse as fans are out in droves supporting this one today. A lot of familiar faces. I guess it's been some time since we've been out here. The Isotopes obviously were on the road, then the All-Star break, and then 4th of July. So here we are back for the first time in a long time, and it's been an absolute blast the entirety of the day. Big thank you to Steve Palmisano, who joined us. He was a big contributor financially to this endeavor, helping with the jerseys for the
really?
Guns. And isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool thing?
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a guy who cares. And fortunate is this community of Albuquerque and Special Olympics to have him. And it's a real fun thing right now. I'm watching it, Isaiah. And obviously the firefighters and police officers are playing, but like the gentleman who just rounded third, I'm assuming for police, as a Special Olympics athlete with him. So it's just
awesome.
Yeah, super cool little event going on over here. And no doubt in my mind that this will be a lifelong memory to a lot of the youths out there and young adults who are enjoying it. Speaking of, we're going to bring in Gary Chavez in approximately 10 minutes. He's from Bernalillo County Fire and Rescue. He's the one who kind of orchestrated this whole thing. So excited to hear about the growth of it, excited to hear about where this bad boy could end up in the future, because it is a good one. Baseball continues as it restarts tonight in the world of sports. The one big story before games restart is the Cleveland Commanders pitcher Luis Ortiz has had his leave extended through all of August, and this is amid that Major League Baseball gambling probe. We talked about this earlier in the week. Individuals can literally bet on every pitch in baseball. It's kind of crazy. And a really popular bet is, will the first pitch of an inning be a ball or a strike? It's a leaning towards strike, because obviously you could throw one or it could be fouled off, or there's just more options for that. But yeah, taking the first pitch as a ball can pay you out a little bit. Well, betting isn't done with your bookie at the end of the bar anymore. It's done electronically and it's done digitally, and it's monitored constantly. And with all those things being true, Luis Ortiz was being monitored. So there'd be a big spike in if he would throw a ball to start an inning in those bettings. And maybe it'd be a substantial number of bets, or maybe it'd be a substantial value of a bet. And then statistically, at least, according to those, I guess, with cameras, he would throw his worst pitches of the season to start those innings. It would be a slider in the dirt. It would be so far outside that whatever, and then he would immediately, like a rubber band, bounce back to normality and then be the, pretty okay pitcher that he is. He's by no means a world beater.
So does this being, it says that it's non-disciplinary paid leave. Does that mean that like maybe there's something that's working in his favor, or are they just like, we don't want to bring the hammer down too hard until we're we know for sure?
Well, and it's a little bit neither, right? Because it has to do with MLBPA. So you can't during a probe because of unions. Also, I'm very pro labor. We've been over this a million times. They can't just suspend him without pay because he's being looked at. So what'll actually end up happening, which will be, a little difficult, we'll go into projection stuff, right? So, for example, let's say he's found not guilty. Let's say the probe ends and they're like, hey, there's not enough here to move forward or whatever. Then he's going to get representation that's going to say projections based upon performance. Did he miss any incentive stuff? Because MLBPA will help him, if he had a innings number for a bonus, or if he had a wins number or a strikeouts number. Well, and I haven't seen his contract, so I'm just talking in concepts, not specifics,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why he is non-disciplinary with pay. But yeah, it's a non-injury leave, which really only happens when something serious is happening, and this is it. Also, I guess, shocked at 40 years old that you can bet on a singular pitch.
I'm trying to put myself in his perspective, and I'm imagining, like, say he's 100% innocent and he wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
How big of an insult is it where it's like, hold on, you're playing so unusual that we're going to suspend you, or not suspend you, but you're going on leave because we think you could be up to something. If I'm him and he gets out of this, right, and he's 100% innocent, now is there like a recourse? Can you like flip this on the MLB and say like, no, I'm suing you guys for making me miss all that time?
Yes, that's exactly what it'll end up being.
And
he won't be the one to do it. He'll be the one that is represented by MLBPA.
Okay, gotcha.
Because they'll want to have a standard, they'll want to have, hey, don't, overreact to our guys being accused of. And I'll just give you an example here, because this happened years ago. This is the NFL, so it's not a 1-for-1. But years ago, this Barrett Robbins guy just disappeared before a Super Bowl, right? Just disappeared. And turns out he was in Tijuana. It was the whole thing. But if he had come back in time for the game, he wouldn't have had the PA to say, yeah, you put him back in no matter what. Because he immediately, because he missed whatever deadlines, couldn't play in the game. And this is like, for instance, say if you had a player who was accused of something right before a big game, you don't want the league to just remove that player because of an accusal. And it could be something heinous. It could be, like a capital punishment kind of heinous, And so anyway, so all these things are in place. I know we're talking about betting, but it's a much bigger picture. We should have a fun guest when we get back, but Gary Chavez I haven't seen yet. I feel like he's probably on the field doing some softball stuff, but we will definitely have a guest when we are back. If not, Isaiah and I'll, run through NFL headlines or something stupid. Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. Welcome back to the program. Got a fun guest. Gary Chavez is with us. You know him from Bernalillo County Fire Rescue. I know him because he's helping everyone in the community in ways that aren't just life-saving or firefighting efforts. He put together this whole dang thing today with Special Olympics and the Isotopes. Gary, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, excited to have you here. Obviously, you and I are familiar with each other. I'm a fan of yours. I think I've told you this off air. You regularly have impressed me in every endeavor I've seen you take on here in the community as it relates to Special Olympics or the Rio Grande Down Syndrome Network and otherwise. But this was a big lift here. Walk me through it, my friend.
Yeah, so this is a 2-year in the making event.
Yeah.
In my mind, I mean, this is actually beyond like actually what I saw in my mind when I was thinking about an event like this. But I just thought, having the athletes, having the first responders out there too. I mean, because really this is a way for them to get away from the job and kind of get their mind off of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, but like this is being in Isotopes Park here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's the coolest.
It really is. I mean, and I got to say, this is not, believe me, I wish I could take credit for all of this. But there were so many hands in this. I can't even tell you how much help we had. And the Isotopes were fantastic here in helping us put this on. So yeah, it is kind of a dream come true. It really is.
Well, and obviously benefiting Special Olympics, the athletes that are over there, that organization, which is tremendous in its own way, which we'll hit on. But you wouldn't be able to have done it without the partnership of police. You wouldn't be able to have done it without the volunteers from fire. How long was the list of individuals that wanted to be a part of this?
I was still getting phone calls today.
Yeah, of course.
From guys that are like, hey, if you still need somebody, like I'm available. I'm like, sorry, man, we got a full roster. And so, yeah, I had that conversation with a gentleman today, and I said, I'm sorry, man. Like I got a ton of requests for this.
But if you want to coach first base, come on down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, and I do try to involve as many entities and groups as possible because in my mind, we are a community, right? Yeah. I mean, it's not just us. It's not just Special Olympics. It's everybody here. We're all coming together. And if I can get as many groups together as possible, that's just icing on the cake for me.
Police really put it on you.
I don't know if they brought their ringers or what, but it was. They did really well out there. Just leave it at that.
Talk to me a little bit about how you guys wanted to include the Special Olympics athletes. Talk to me a little bit about the planning process, and did it execute the exact way you hoped it would?
It did actually. So in everything that we do, it's all about inclusivity.
Yeah.
We fire, law enforcement. It's all about community, getting out in the community. Showing our faces out there and just knowing that hey, we're here to help, kind of stuff. And Special Olympics is just one of those entities that, I mean, honestly, it kind of, the first time I did it, like 3 years ago, it caught me instantly. It's just a great organization. I mean, the athletes that are out there, they're beyond amazing. I mean, they really are. I mean, they're more than friends. They're like family to us. And so, again, this kind of event is a great way to, hey, Van, how are you?
Gary receiving an on-air high five or two as we sit here on the concourse at Isotopes Park.
I got Van Pexa here with the Albuquerque Dukes from Special Olympics.
Yeah, I love it. There's a great audience here, and you mentioned the Albuquerque Dukes right there. They've been a sponsor of Special Olympics for a long time. Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about working with them during this process.
I mean, that was so the Special Olympics group, Albuquerque Dukes, they are sponsored by the Dukes here in Albuquerque. You know what? I mean, we were trying to find entities that had ties to both Special Olympics and Isotopes.
Yeah.
That's how we wanted all this together. So our sponsors, everybody that we went to, it was just trying to find that connection between Isotopes and Special Olympics, and the Dukes fit that perfectly.
Love it.
So yeah, that's this team here. They're a good team. This Dukes, they pretty much dominate in a lot of the sports that they do. A lot of them are actually going to the USA games in Minnesota next year
That's
to
incredible.
play basketball.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm hoping to see them do very well out there. So
Where I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, Guns and Hoses is a series, right?
Yes.
It works with backstoppers and
Mhm.
does a really great job of supporting individuals in the first responder field who are injured or fall victim during their time in service.
Yeah.
With that said, they do a series. You
Yes.
know, they have a softball, they have a boxing. I think they have a flag football thing. They do a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. Do you envision a series for the efforts you're working with here?
You know what? I'd like to tell you yes, but I'll tell you, like, so much time and effort went into this event. We would need the partnerships with other agencies and everything to be able to put something like that on. In Albuquerque, we do have other events between fire and law enforcement. So, but what you'll hear a lot is Battle of the Badges.
Yeah.
So we have the
Cool event.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if we could somehow incorporate all that together and make this a series, I think that'd be fantastic. But one event at a time for me, please.
Gary Chavez with me talking the world of Special Olympics, the combination of police and fire in their Guns and Hoses event,
Joe,
which
can you hear?
was just held here at Isotopes Park, and it was an absolute banger. There were fans out.
Yeah.
You have an
Yeah.
idea of how many? Did they tell you yet?
I don't. They were supposed to announce who sold more tickets. When you bought your ticket, you could either choose fire or police. I'd have to get with Isotopes to find out actually what that breakup was.
Text me when you know, because I'm going to humble brag on whoever it was.
Absolutely, yeah.
I tell you what, they were out here obviously in support of the game. And we mentioned it just jokingly earlier, but a lot of Duke's apparel, obviously, from everyone out. But it was fun to watch because it was, if police got a hit, it was everyone cheered, and if fire got a hit, it was everyone cheered, and there was there was no way not to do this one right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I love everything about that. All right, give us your final thoughts on it. It was on a scale of 1 to the most successful endeavor you've ever done. Where did this one fall, and can we expect to see it again next year?
Yes, absolutely. We want to do this again next year. If the Isotopes, if they allow us to do it here again, we would love to do that. On a scale of 1 to 10, man, I got to say we would have hit a home run with this one.
I think so, yeah.
I really do. And I'm hoping next year we just get even more fans out there. People see this the first time out, and then next year they tell their friends.
Yeah.
We get this out there a little bit more. 10 out of 10.
I'm critical. I'm a critical guy. So I'm going to give you, I got one pointer. I got one tip. It's constructive criticism.
Hit me.
Fire could take a few swings before this game.
We couldn't take batting practice. So, it's, believe me, I know they're going to go out there, and a lot of those guys are on the softball team and stuff, and I'm sure they're going to go back and they're going to go and go hit a few balls after this and stuff. But you know what? Everybody out there gave a great effort.
Yeah.
It's just, I love the event. I love what we did here and stuff. And I can't thank everybody who was involved with this. So
Bernalillo County Fire Rescue's Gary Chavez joined me talking about Special Olympics, talking about their charity softball game with the police department that they just had here at Isotopes Park. Any friends of the show that want to reach out or help you or assist in any way, what's the best avenue to do that?
So honestly, if you're going to, reach out for what this actually was for Special Olympics.
Yeah.
You can go on to sonm.org. That's their website. They have a calendar of events that they have going on throughout the year. This coming weekend, they have their swimming competition. The following weekend, they have softball. The following weekend, they have another event. Come on out. This is open to the public.
Yeah.
And believe me, these athletes and stuff, they love it when people come out and cheer them on and stuff. So, again, this event was just fantastic for that. But, get involved.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I tell our department. I try and get this to other people is just get out there. Become a part of the community again. And, I think a lot of people, have kind of stayed inside a little bit more. And I'm hoping that these kinds of events break them out of their shell again. And we get people out to these events. We're a community here.
Yeah. Well, and, the friends of our show are very aware this is a yes and program, and yes. And I've been so fortunate to here with the Albuquerque Isotopes work with them on their adaptive baseball clinic every single year, and it's as rewarding as anything that I have ever done in my entire ass life. And the only payment I've ever received is high fives.
Yeah.
And it's a thing that I don't just brag about, but I encourage others to also support this effort, that effort, all the adjacent ones that surround it. Anyone who is helping, reach out, 505-246-0610. If you got a thing that you need support with, we have the billboard right here. You're currently listening, so others are too. And this is a prime example. Gary, you are lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. When we get back from the break, we're going to wrap it up from the ballpark and then hand it off to Joe Traub and Isotopes Baseball. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. It's a good day today. Yeah, you take these little moments. Isaiah Johnson back at the studio. Van's not here. He's literally off to a red carpet gala deal.
Yeah, that's is he going to be like an amateur on the red carpet? Do you think he knows how to handle himself? Is he going to?
You know, he didn't talk about this a ton on air, but you know, this lady's like a pretty well-known actress. You know, so it's like, yeah, she does all this cool stuff, but yeah, he gets to be. Often he's my plus one to things, you know, but now he's her for this one. So yeah, so he is there. I am here. You are at the studio. And we're wrapping up this week. But I was at commercial break. Obviously, I was talking to, you know, Gary during the break and, you know, stuff with the Boys and Girls Club and, you know, how he felt that, you know, community has, you know, been a little lost since COVID and, you know, this propensity for people to, you know, stay in to a degree, which, you know, at least I don't historically feel like I did, and I know you don't feel like you did. And, you know, it did today feel a lot like a reintroduction to, you know, just how important these types of events are to, you know, support the community that we live in. You know, it's just lovely. It's love filled.
And what I can say is I think it may have been either you or Van that said that, like, one thing about Albuquerque is it seems like a lot of people wear the issues on their sleeve, like almost like brag about it. Like, yeah, Albuquerque is where we got this going on. And I mean, I was shocked because just today, I was on Facebook. That's where I get my old head news.
Yep.
I was on Facebook and I'm scrolling through there and I see a bunch of statuses of people complaining about how JFL in my hometown, Bloomington Normal, used to be way better. And they all seem like something tragic happened. So I put under the comments, I was like, what happened? And there are two teams that are merging because they couldn't get enough kids to sign up for football. And then the JFL league I played in, they are done.
Yeah, folded.
They're done. And the folded was the word they were using. And, you know, like somebody like me, and I hear the word fold, like, oh, he folded under pressure, or, you know, oh, I'm not going to fold. Like, I'm not going to give in. So I didn't know what that meant. But, I mean, my league used to have, number one, you had your Pee-wee. And that was maybe, I'd say, like 4th to 5th grade, usually the Pee-wee players. And they had to make like an A team, a B team, a C team, because there's so many kids. Same with JV. There was multiple teams, varsity, like 3 teams. And now for there to be such a small amount of kids, and I'm thinking that this was a New Mexico thing, but for me to see that even back home, I'm like, what's going on? Is it a safety issue? Is it? Well, I know money's the main thing I hear.
Well, I'll tell you what's changed so drastically about youth sports, which you know we could do it in entire 3 hours on this.
Yeah.
It's you can buy futures in youth sports now. You know, there's all these examples of athletes selling future earnings for monies up front, and you know, there's literal.
Wait, elaborate a little,
like for instance, we'll talk about Fernando Tatis Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
So he sold his future earnings for a payout years ago, and now he's trying to combat that thing, right? Well, he's a really good example of a guy who made it big. There's a ton of guys who don't, you know, and then with that said, there's still a bunch of individuals and corporations, private investments who are like, hey, youth sports in the United States is a $40 billion industry. You know, it's like the last frontier of where capital investment firms have not gone, you know, and how healthy is that going to be for youth athletics, you know, using like any youth football league, baseball league, or otherwise, where it's now become strictly pay to play, you know, across so many outlets because your local Little League, your local Muni League, your local YMCA League, your local Boys and Girls Club League cannot financially keep up with the demand and support that these other ones exist in, right? So like you're talking about, these kids want to go out and play. Well, you know what football helmets cost now? Because it's wild. And it's, you know what equipment costs now? And a lot of these pay-to-play ones, they get them. You know, they got deals with Rawlings. They got deals with whoever. Yeah. But not does the YMCA. You know, not does quarry league, or I don't know where you grew up, but it's a terrible influx of adults with poor intentions affecting, the youth of tomorrow, and how fortunate we would be if these same individuals would plant a tree today that they might never stand under the shade of, as opposed to cutting the limbs off the current ones we have so that kids can't reach them from the ground.
I think it's crazy just to look at how the fact that you got the older guys, even high schoolers are getting sponsored and getting paid to some extent now. You would think that all that type of money floating around would help this, but it seems like, I don't really know necessarily. Is this like a trickle down effect from college players getting paid the way they're getting paid? So it's like the NIL is all trickling down to youth, or you think it's just the pure inflation? That's what I was going to ask, because I wonder what these fees are. I remember mine was maybe $75.
Yeah. Well, and you can't afford it? That's a bummer, Isaiah. Luckily for you, we have a program where you can, and then it's how you fundraise for the team. It's give, get, what it's called in the industry. You can give us 75 or you can go get 150. Which one's easier for you, kid?
Yeah. Sheesh.
I wasn't here today, though. Today it was love-filled at Isotopes Park, and I very much enjoyed it. Thank you to Van Nunley, who was with us. Thank you to Gary Chavez, who was with us. Had a ton of fun with today. Steve Palmisano stopped in with us. We had some Isotopes players. It was just lovely having Brendan Ward here. Isaiah, back at the studio. Final words.
Bring back youth sports.
Yeah. Make those great again. Forget Coca-Cola. Isotopes Baseball immediately follows the broadcast. Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
Clear.